there, everybody. It's Monday Review, and I love to do my Monday reviews. My eyes ain't working too good today. I just haven't had time yet to go order my glasses, but I'm getting there. So let's do the best we can. So this is called Candy Wasn't the Mere Steps Away. I love candy, and I've stopped eating a whole lot of it. So let's get started on this wonderful story. It's by Loretta M. Mullen. When I was 6 years old, my parents and I lived in Quincy, Massachusetts, in a duplex home that my grandmother owned and my parents rented. She lived in one half and we lived in the other. Across from our house was a little variety store called Doyley's, and at the opposite corner of our street was another name called Tiny's. All of the children in the neighborhood simply referred to them as the candy stores. How many remember those candy stores where you can go get those little brown paper bags and fill it for candy for a penny each? I remember those days. I got a lot of those little brown bags. As a child, it was heaven to live close to them because every time I got a nickel, a dime, or even a penny, I was a loyal customer. Back then, you could even get 2 pieces of candy for a penny. Wow. Yum, yum. Sometimes even 3. My 4 younger brothers and I began collecting old Coke bottles and scrap metal to feed our addiction. That sounds good. What I used to do with my kids, when they wanted something special that wasn't in the budget when they were growing up, they had to go collect cans. To go to the fair, buy candy, whatever they wanted to do that I didn't have extra money for. That's what they did. I was blessed. On the other hand, I was raised with my grandparents, and I was, let's just say, blessed, spoiled, whatever you want to call it. Our dad fixed televisions as a hobby, and he would give us any leftover television parts, wires, and all to take to the scrap museum. The money we earned fed our candy obsession. I also learned how to make loop pot holders. I know how to do that. We'll have to do that one day. And sold them for 50 cents each to my neighbors. I was never out of candy money. Wow, lucky them. My neighbors was predominantly Italian, and most parents knew whose child belonged to where, and if they were late or either a parent was in the store shopping, or Mr. Tiny himself would ask if our parents knew we were buying candy. So close to dinner time. Oh well, dinner time or not, I like candy. We promised to eat it for dessert. Many promises was broken as we walked back home, nibbling on that red licorice. I like red licorice better than black. How about you? Leave it in the comments below. Tiny was on our way to school, so on the mornings we had some bottle money. We would nab ourselves a little brown bag of treats for the day. Doyley's was great for the quick run across the street when Mama was at my grandmother's needing a quart of milk, some bread, or another basic necessity. Some days they'd be extra generous and tell me to keep the change. I would even then return with a small brown bag of 2 or 3 penny mint juleps. Wax lips. Oh, those wax lips were so good. And root beer bottle caps. Those are even better. How many remember those? They're kind of hard to find today. Sometimes when you're poking around at the Dollar Tree, you can find these items. Both stores were already full of kids looking at their favorite sweet confection. In the summertime, ice pops took candy's place on many humid days. I still like ice pops. Guess who likes ice pops? Pumpkin. Pumpkin loves ice pops when it's real hot. I remember one summer in particular, in 1960, my grandmother's brother, our Uncle Lynn, was residing with our, gotta turn the page, gotta find it here, was residing with our grandmother for a short time. When I got older, I was told that he was there that summer to recuperate from cancer surgery. It was to be the last visit with us. I remember like it was yesterday how he called us to the lawn chair in the backyard and gave my brother Tom and me some money to get some ice pops. We told him thank you, and I grabbed Tom's hand, and then he ran down the driveway to the street, thinking I had looked both ways as my mother had always taught me. We both ran across. Within seconds, a car appeared. Screeching its tires, a feeling of dread came over me as I realized we had almost been hit. The shaken lady driver made sure we were all right, and then we proceeded on our way to our destination. My brother and I continued on to Doyley's for that frozen treat. Upon making the cross back, I held Tom's hand tighter than ever, made sure to look 3 times, as hard for oncoming cars. Those ice pops were extra special and enjoyed very much that day, thanks to Uncle Lynn and our guardian angel. Thank you for coming along today in the Monday Reads. And this is a picture of Loretta and Tommy right here at the bottom, brother and sister. I sure enjoy these little short stories, and I hope you do too. I've read most all of them at this point out of this book, The Good Old Days, but I have a few more good old days to go and a few other really old books I hope you'll enjoy. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And before we end this, I'd like to know how many of you used to go to the candy store and have those little brown 5-cent paper bags of candy. I did, and I so loved it. I remember the root beer barrels, and that was one of my favorites, was a root beer barrel, and the nonpareils, the little chocolate with the white little sprinkles. I love those. There was so many I used to like. Winter mint. Those were the good old days. And I miss that. There's only one candy store that I know of, and it's down on the coast here in Maine. And we stop every once in a while, but they don't always have the candy they had back in the 50s and 60s. I'm sure you can order it off Amazon. But put down in the comments below what candies you liked. And if you remember the good old days in those little 5-cent paper bags. Thumbs up, please. You never know what's going to be on my video. God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.